The first full moon of 2023. Guys, we are in 2023 and we're having our first full moon. And the full moon is going to fall on January 6th and it's going to be in the sign of Cancer. So let's just say that we are in Mercury retrograde and we're also in the full moon, which is very emotional period, releasing, and in the sign of Cancer, which is emotional times 10. So let's just say that we're in for a ride. In this video, I'm going to break down for you the themes that you need to know, how to really release and how to not get so overwhelmed with all of these energies all together. So if you guys are interested in that, keep on watching. Welcome back, my gorgeous humans. My name is Tina Wong, and on Awaken with Tina, we share with you energy updates, energy forecasts, but also stepping into your highest alignment. So if you guys are about that life, like this video, share this video, and of course, let me know down below if you enjoy it. Subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you. So with that, guys, I would love to dive right in the full moon of Cancer. And if you guys haven't signed up for our free 4-day challenge of really claiming all of you, we're going to start from January 8th all the way to January 11th, which is the 111 portal. So if you guys haven't signed up for the 4-day challenge, make sure you sign up. It is free and you're going to get a lot of value from it. You're going to learn all the ways on how you unleash and claim you. So with that being said, let's talk about releasing this energy, releasing the things that you've been carrying with you. I love how right off the bat we are hit with this full moon in Cancer energy. And what is going to be so important for you is understanding that sometimes we think that we have released, sometimes we have let go, sometimes we have gotten over something or we have healed, but then there's another layer. You know what I mean? You guys resonate with that, right? It's like there's another layer of healing. There's another layer of releasing. There's another layer of universe testing you. Are you really over that? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, watch my video on the Mercury retrograde that I made about this specific Mercury retrograde. And I also talked about the energy of the 2023. What does it mean for you in total? There's a lot of things that you might need to be aware of. But most importantly, the first thing for us to get into here is that there's a lot of layers upon layers upon layers of releasing. In December when I can't remember now, December 27, last December, I was hosting an online retreat, a virtual retreat, and it was called the Soul Healing Retreat, which you can still get access to it in the description. I'll put it down for you, for those of you who want. It's over 6 hours of healing. And this is the energy where we took a bunch of people go on releasing and claiming their truth, and it was really emotional. But the thing that was really important for you to know is that sometimes when we begin to release for the first time in a long time, we're just scraping the surface, okay? Or maybe if we're digging a little bit deep, we're only going half of the way. Okay, and the way here for you to go all the way and scrape out all the gunk is to continually doing the work every single day. And why this is important, and it's something really important to me that I share this personally, because I feel like there's a lot of people who don't talk about it publicly, and it bothers me that, you know, we think that, okay, let's go do this one healing thing, it's gonna solve your problem, or doing this one sound healing session is going to solve all your problem. Now, like, these are some things that you have been taking on for years, for decades. Some of these things started when you were young, right? Some of these things that you can be carrying with you since you're 5 years old, and like now, how old are you, right? So this is a lot of years and decades and even lifetimes of carrying these things. And you know what we do? We shove it down, we repress it, when we hide it all over our bodies. And sometimes it can manifest into illness and diseases, but I won't get into that too much. But the thing here is that when we are ready, there's going to be multiple layers of releasing. So just get that very clear and just be okay with it. You know, that's the thing. Be at peace with there's going to be multiple layers of releasing. So with this Cancer full moon, you will be able to witness that there's going to be another big layer of releasing. So grab your seatbelt, get ready. If you guys feel like you need to have a guided journey, you can check out my soul healing retreat. Like I said, I'll link it down. It is phenomenal. It is life-changing, and it's so gentle that you will feel that you are safe, but you're also feeling the fire that you're going to make a change. So the number thing here that you want to be focusing on about this full moon in Cancer is understanding self-care. Okay, I know you might probably been sick of either me or other people or even yourself saying this, self-care, self-love, blah, blah, right? But like, let's get real. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you nourishing yourself? Because Cancer is a sign of the maternal, like the mother, right? And are we acting like a mother, right? Are we embodying that mother energy, allowing ourselves to be taken care of? Are we taking a moment to brush out our hair? Are we taking a moment to actually look at the food in our cabinets and reading the ingredients, be like, what the heck are these things am I putting in my body? Are these freaking toxic poisons? Or are these nutritional superfoods it's going to help me live? Are you eating to live, or are you living to have diseases, right? So this is really a wake-up call for those of you who feel like you've been kind of neglecting or turning a blind eye on your daily habits. And I know this might sound a little bit confronting, but I'm saying this with all of the love, because I had to go through the same wake-up calls for myself, and I had to start reading the ingredients of the stuff that I put on in my body, but also on my skin. You know, the lotions that you put on yourself, right? The hair, the shampoo, like everything. Like, oh my gosh, have you read this? Like, do you know what it's about? Do you know how toxic and poison some of this stuff is, right? So we just have to realize that we have choices, we have options, and we need to make the most aligned options for us, because we are the one that's going to save us. We're not going to be here and, oh my gosh, come, Jesus save me, Buddha save me, we are giving our power away, knowing that they are here to allow us to tap into our inner wisdom. So tap into your inner wisdom, and your inner wisdom will always love yourself, take care of yourself, because if you don't have those foundations, you cannot take care and love others. Number 3, the theme number 3 here of the Cancer energy, it has to do with that emotional outburst, okay, or navigating through your emotions, because let's get real, we're also in the Mercury retrograde energy. So what this means for you is emotions are going to be high. Okay, you might feel sad, you might feel like you're gonna cry, you might get really angry, you might get really frustrated, you might lash out, you might just erupted and started like screaming and shouting. Just know that emotions can be a little bit, intense, so let's just say that. So prepare for it, right? Prepare for it, knowing that sometimes it comes out, but also knowing when it's enough. Knowing when to let your emotions out, and also when to oh, am I just perpetuating for the sake of it? Or am I trying to make people feel bad for me? Or am I feeling bad for myself? Okay, that's a big thing. Sometimes when we cry, I want you to really step into crying as releasing. Okay, every time you're crying, feel into I am releasing. I am releasing. Even if you just say that, it's going to already put you into a power position, because you know that when you're crying, your emotions are communicating with you that you are releasing something, right? And you are also allowing yourself to know that something's been trapped and it's being now outwards. But sometimes, and let me know if you resonate with this, because I went through this when I was a lot younger, is when I would start crying, I always think of oh my gosh, how could he do this to me? How could she do this to me? I don't deserve this. This is not fair, right? I get into these victim mode, right? And maybe saying the victim mode is a bit too confronting for you. Maybe you're I don't want to think about it, but I want you to think about it. I wanted to really get real with yourself. Whenever you're crying, are you saying, did someone do something to you? And even if they did, and sometimes things happened, and things did happen in my life that are, maybe unforgivable for me at that point. But what I realized for myself was I was making these stories keep on playing in my head, and I was crying because I felt bad for myself. I wasn't crying because I wanted to release it, wanted to get rid of it so I can move on. I was perpetuating it by crying every single night before I go to bed. So I wanted to really snap yourself out of it and ask yourself the hard question, the hard adult question is, am I crying for the sake of releasing, or am I crying because I think that life is so unfair? Okay? And this is something that is so important. Because once you realize that you have the power, and when you realize that you're giving your power away, and this is when you're going to come into a deeper awareness of self. So understanding the next theme here is going to be so important. It's going to be our last theme that you need to know about this full moon. Is this full moon is a start to a beautiful year. Okay, and it's a beautiful start to get grip of your emotions, get grip of how you love yourself, how you care for yourself, and also get a grip on how you want to live your life. Because Cancer is about relationships, okay? And understanding that sometimes we push people away. How many of you have ever pushed someone away? Okay, let me know. You can be honest with me, or you can just like say it in the ether and I'll feel your energy. Okay. And of course, guys, oh my gosh, if you don't have me on Instagram, follow me on my Instagram at Awaken with Tina. I post every day. I go on stories. Sometimes I go live. So it's a beautiful way for us to really get to know each other. And I would like to start using and connecting with you more on my Instagram. So if you're not on there, connect with me on there. Say hi if you want, right? But don't just say hi and period, but like introduce yourself, right? So I get to know you. So anyway, understanding that this is the theme of really understanding that relationships are important. So this is not the point. This is not the time to be like, oh, I don't need any help. I don't want your help. I don't want your support. I don't want this. And this is something that I had to go through for myself, because when I was growing up wounded and abused, I felt like I couldn't trust anyone. I couldn't trust adults. I couldn't trust authorities. I couldn't trust people who were supposed to be there for me, but they ended up hurting me and taking advantage of me. So this is why I was pushing people away. But then I realized that when I was growing up, I had this tendency to, I had to do it all by myself. You know, even when people are coming to help me, even when I was starting my business, I could not receive help. I would always find faults in people, the way that they do. I was like, oh, no, you cannot do it like that. Like, oh, I'll end up doing it, right? And it's like, I end up doing everything. And because I couldn't trust people, I couldn't rely on people. And it was damaging to my well-being. So I want you to really reflect on how relationships that you have been taking into your life, where you feel like, I want these people to be here just to like boost my ego, to make me feel better, but I don't really care for them. Or I am pushing people away out of my life to prove to myself that I've got this, or it's the old hurt and old pain is playing again in your life, that you cannot trust people. People are evil. They cannot get anything right? So I want you to be really real with evaluating the relationship that you have that are not serving you, and also the relationships that you don't have, that you wish you had, but somehow you push them away, or somehow you screw it up. And what does that actually mean, and where did that come from? And these are some of the things that we're going to go really deep into our 4-day challenge. So if you guys are about that live, make sure you grab your free spot in the description. Let me know if you're in. Comment down below. I am in, Tina. I am excited. Reach out to me personally on my Instagram. I would love to, get to know you. Oh my gosh, please do that. I would love to get to know you. And don't forget to see this video over here to understand our energy of the year in 2023 and how to manifest and all of that good stuff. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.